Hey you guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bass, and today we are out on the water. We've jumped in the boat with Mr. Cobi Pellerito over here, and we are headed out to do some bass fishing. Come along. The plan today is to chase post-spawn fish. You know, post-spawn is a funny time. There's fish that go deep, fish that stay shallow. It can be a really confusing time for people. Today we are going flipping. Post-spawn fish that are set up targeting bluegill. Hopefully that plan works out. We'll adapt if we need to. That's definitely the game plan. Let's get to fishing. Sweet.
First bite of the day. Skinny little fella.
Exactly what it is. Milfoil was one of the three, but the other two I don't know what they were.
Oh, okay.
Weird looking stuff. Got him.
They are tiny today. Little skinny fella.
Although I'll also get lazy and like roll this with a big rear. Cute.
Here we go. There's the bait right up the line there. Just a little fella. But flipping a little beaver in there.
Hey little buddy, look at that. Cobi was nice. He slowed down. He let me have one. I saw him look away and not flip to that one just so I could get a bite today. No, so seriously guys, what we're doing out here is just flipping. Not super heavy weight or anything. You know, 3/8 to a ½ ounce. Cobi's caught him on a little stick bait. Caught him on a beaver. That one's on that missile right there. The fish that we've caught so far, they're small, but that can change at any moment, right? This is the time of year where you just never know when there's going to be a giant, you know, a 5, a 7, a 9-pounder that is up targeting bluegills around shallow cover. So it's just repetition, same thing over. We're just up here chit-chatting, right? We're hardly even paying attention because the bites are so spread out. But at any moment, one of those could be a world-class fish. So that's the idea. We're just gonna keep on grinding. Uh-oh.
A better fish.
Yeah. There's a halfway decent one. You wanna put the poles down real quick, Matt?
Yep.
Pretty skinny male. So he chucked my bait, but I want to talk to you about what I've been throwing here. I've been throwing just a straight like beaver style profile bait. It's very do nothing. There's no flapping tails, the arms wiggle a little bit, but you might be wondering, why are we throwing it when we're talking about bluegill, right? Bluegill are spawning by these reeds and such like that. Why are you throwing a crawfish? In my mind, this wider profile, right, looks like a small little fingerling gill. They're not super tall, they're not super long. This bait's coming in kind of gliding down past these fish. It's a very do nothing action, but it's kind of a response. When you flip it in there, it's just falling right in their face. You hop it once right in their face like a little bluegill panicking around, and they just react and bite it. And that's what makes it such a good, efficient way to cover, these great big expanses of grass efficiently. You're making a quick flip in, moving it around a little bit, and if that fish is there, they're gonna bite it most of the time. So that's my thoughts, but I've been throwing just a straight tail beaver style bait. And Matt, you've been throwing one with a little more kick in action, a little more moving action. Today it seems like The do nothing has been working better, but it can vary day to day, so it helps to switch it up and try something different, something a little bit more erratic, a little more spastic when they're feasting on it.
Right off the end of the rod, that one. I made the switch, went over to a D-bomb, and that took maybe 5 minutes to get bit. That color, black on one side, bright blue on the other. That color is called Bruiser Flash. It's just a good, bold color in the dingy water.
After like 3.
Right when I'm talking about it.
I gotta say, Cobi, my favorite way to catch them is when someone else is snagged. That was nice work.
That's the perfect time to catch them. That's a good one.
That is a good one. Nice.
It's a nice skinny post-spawn fish. You see she's dumped all her weight. I switched colors a little bit, something a little bit lighter as that sun got higher in the sky. And whether or not that made a difference, we'll find out here in a little bit, but I went to something a little bit more green pumpkin with the blue on the belly there. Still a little flash of blue. I like to keep a little bit of blue in there just to kind of match that little hue that a bluegill gives off. So
We moved to the mountains on our feet.
oh god,
Get them.
that little fella's still peeing. We still got some fish pulling up to spawn or finishing up. Just a little guy. But every single bite could be the right one. Little tiny guy.
Got him. Big one. I think I lost it.
I thought that first swirl. The whole reef thing shook.
That's all you need. Yeah. And a man can only have so many things dialed in before you run out.
Right.
Of how many you're able to stay, how many steps
I just caught it right there. He chased it out.
There's your swim jig, guys.
Yeah, maybe we should be swim jigging. Calm down. You never got the fight. We're gonna have our fight here in the boat. That was cool. That one, I had made a flip, nothing happened. I'm winding it back to the boat to make my next cast, and he just swam out and latched onto it. That was cool.
The water's so warm. Got my little man.
It's not over yet.
Not over yet.
Shook the warm. As much coaching as he used to do. Cooper seems like he's.
Yeah, big one. I don't have a net out.
You gonna flip it? You wanna grab it?
She's in the bottom lip.
Can we grab it?
Oh, lipper, she's gonna come off. She's skin hooked. Right in the corner. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, sir. Ooh. That right there is what we've been talking about all day. You just never know when the right one is going to smoke it. And check this out. This is the beauty of fishing with a partner. Cobi just saved me. I would have gone for the boat flip and that fish was coming off. 100%. That would have popped and she would have been gone. That was awesome.
Okay, so something that I've done that I always do when I weigh my big fish, and I'm a big fan of, I took a regular weighing bag, I cut it in half, right? Made some custom handles for it, they're real pretty. But what I love to do And what I love about this is when I lay a fish in here, as you'll see when we weigh this fish, is she is completely cradled, completely supported. There's no hook hanging from her gills. There's no clip through her lip. That fish is completely supported underneath, and they're calm the whole time. There's no freaking out. There's no stress. You'll watch it. They sit in the bag and they're nice and chill, and they go right back in the thing. So what I always do, I'll get the bag wet first in the lake. It drains right out these nice corners that I cut off. And then I zero out my scale right when I start it before I put the fish in it. I'll turn it on, I'll zero it out, and then the fish is placed in, and you get an accurate weight without stressing out a fish, without hurting a fish, and she's able to go back stronger. Let me get this wet and I'll show you. She didn't like me playing next to it.
All right, Cobi, I'm gonna let you take it from here.
Okay.
You can
All right.
call weight.
So we just got the bag wet. We're gonna place it on the scale now. So I'm gonna put it right on my Bracknell here. See, it's reading about 7-8 ounces because it's wet. So we're gonna go ahead and hit 0. So now that scale is gonna the button works. There we go. Yep. Gonna recalibrate there, and we're right back at 0. Wind's blowing on me a little bit. There we go. Got a nice clean 0 reading. So now I'll take that off, and you'll see it'll read about 3-4 ounces, right? Because it's going backwards because there's less weight on it. Now we're gonna take the bag. Take this big girl real gentle. She's a big one because she barely fits. She lays in there nicely, and look at that. She's completely supported. There's no hanging, no stress. And then we'll just put that right over the hook. And we got a nice solid weight. She's not flapping. I call that a 8-8. 8-8. Looks like we got about an 8-8 there. Moves a little bit in the wind. Yeah, that's an 8.5 pounder. Nice fish, man.
We're gonna take that right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
And she's good. Look at, she's no stress. We're gonna put her right back in the net, let her breathe again, so that she can be good to rest up a little bit longer. And we'll get the camera out, take a couple good pictures of Matt, and we'll get her back home. She's stronger and ready to go.
All right, time to let this one go. I'm just gonna hold her here, let her be comfortable. She can go anytime she wants. Awesome. I'd say that fish was still strong.
Ready to rock.
All right, guys, we are running out of time here. Cobi and I were only coming out for about 6 hours, and we are down to the wire. So it's time to wrap this one up. Today was more about having fun than anything else. The two of us were crossing paths out on the road, and we had a 6-hour window to fish together. So we took the opportunity. I got to jump in Cobi's boat. I always enjoy my free Cobi guide trips. They seem to work out pretty well. That was pretty awesome. Just a great big one. This is the exact bait, that Missile Baits D-Bomb, that color right there. We'll link everything in the video description. So that fish, I was throwing that on an X-Pride 711 Extra Heavy. The thing about these giant shallow water fish, the water's hot, the fish are strong. It takes the right gear to control those fish and get them out. If they wrap you up, you are toast. Cobi doing something very similar. He's using a Megamass P5 Jungle 7. We're both fishing 65-pound braid. Again, I'll link you the exact gear in the description. But today for us was mostly just about having fun. I'm really glad it worked out. I'm really glad we got to catch a bunch of them, and we got a great big kicker, just like we had talked about earlier in the day. That was pretty cool. But this time of year is an overlooked time. During the spawn, pre-spawn, people talk a lot about targeting big bass, but come post-spawn, it can get a little funny. Some people start struggling. You don't really know where the bass have gone. If you are in a shallow water fishery, doesn't matter where it is in the country. If it's a shallow water fishery, if it's a grass fishery, if it's a bluegill fishery, a place where they eat a lot of bluegills, you have this whole second opportunity where those post-spawn fish, sure, they've lost some weight, they're skinnier now, but they're still huge framed fish. They're still up shallow eating those bluegills, and you've got this whole second go around where you've got a shot to catch a big one. As you guys saw today, you don't get a ton of bites, most of the day, Cobi kicked my teeth in. I mean, he got a lot more bites than I did today. We were cycling different baits, different colors, and some days it's your day and some day it's not. But thankfully, I got a monster bite there at the end, which was just awesome. Can't thank Cobi enough that we got to get out here and fish together for a little bit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed coming along. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.